Hello there. Um, this is Sir Nether IRL. This is not gonna be a very long video. I have some work to get to, a little bit. Um, right now, today, it is June 30th of 2026. It is 10:02 a.m. I have some labor at 10:30. Um, I was supposed to be going to my swim class, which today would have been the second day of the uh third or fourth week, I think third week of my swim class. um but I accidentally slept again. Whoopsie. um so I don't really know exactly what to say right off the bat, because I've really not made any videos for this channel for like a long while, and I've really not been very good about doing it this year, to be quite honest. Like I was last year or before that. Hopefully, I get back in the habit of doing it. I like making these videos. I don't know. I think I kind of just forgot to do it, and to be quite honest, I've just been mostly focused on just like making videos for my first channel and um, the Minecraft stuff, and and whatnot. So, what was I gonna say? But yeah, I mean, so a couple weeks ago, I had my previous summer class had ended. I'm really grateful that it did. It was basically like a religion and mystery class here at my college, and it was kind of interesting. But to be honest, like I'm really glad that that class is done, because um, I really, I was really not doing very well mentally um, and emotionally for those couple of weeks. Basically, from what was it, like in late May and early June, essentially. Um, I I pretty much just like, the class that I had, it was quite long, and then I still had to do like a whole bunch of hours of labor, and then basically then we go, and then I'd just be like super super tired, because like I'd have that, and then I'd still have to do like a whole bunch of homework stuff for the class after dinner, and then like that would take a long while to do, and then like I was only able to get like on average like 4 or 5 hours of sleep or something like that for pretty much most of that time, and that really did not make me feel that good, to say the least. Um, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but I did actually get to a really bad mental state for a while, and I'm really glad that I got out of that place. I might talk about it again some other time, but I don't know. It's kind of tricky to say in a video, at least. But yeah, with my current class though, which started pretty much the day after my birthday, actually. At 20 years old. Woo! And my brother is now 18. We're both adults now, which feels kind of crazy to think. It felt really weird to actually go to his graduation ceremony, and then and then see him turning 18, being like, wow, I just feel like I just did that myself, and now he's doing it, and that just feels kind of weird, but I'm also really proud of him, and I hope and I wish him well for when he goes into college later this year, in a couple months. Um, and, I'm curious to see what that will be like for him, and like when I think back to when I started college, which was again only like 2 years or something ago, it honestly kind of feels like it was both like not that long ago, but it was also like really far away in the past. And I think a large part of that could just be because, again, I've just kind of gotten used to being in college and just like what it's meant and like different parts of it, you know? Um, but at the same time, I think it's also in large part due to the fact that, when I went and studied abroad in Sydney, Australia this last year, actually, if you didn't know that, now you do, um, that kind of created like, it kind of created like a feeling of like distance between different things, you know? So it like makes everything in the past before I went to Sydney feel like it was much further away um, than than it actually was. If that makes any sense. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Feels feels weird to think that my brother is, you know, he's just waiting basically for college to get started for him, and and I'm doing these summer classes and labor and stuff too, and you know, with my swim class though, um, I have had some like I felt a little bit nervous about it sometimes, but I've actually been doing like pretty well for the most part. I did accidentally miss like 1 or 2 days or whatever. Felt kind of bad about that. But the teacher said don't worry about it too much and stuff. But I kept on trying, and I'm glad that I've just been pushing myself out of my comfort zone a little bit and trying to, um, just have some fun with it. I mean, I've actually enjoyed doing it. It's been a little weird trying to get used to having my body be in the water and stuff. But like, so far I've basically learned a couple things I've learned have been like to do a back float, to do some sculling. I'll need to work a little more on that. And then also what was it? Was it back roll? I think, or no, it was a breaststroke. It was a breaststroke. And then And then I think I started trying to do a little bit more of the on my stomach positions. I need to work a little more on actually having my face like go in the water and stuff. I've honestly not been, I'm not really like trained myself properly to to deal with being in the water like face down and stuff. But did this one, uh, I can't remember the name of it. It might have been front control, but maybe I'm just getting my names mixed up here. Um, I did some kind of. I was starting to do a little practice with one position where I have to like basically kick off the wall, and then I'm like using my arms to kind of like push myself forward because I'm like basically grabbing into the water and then like pulling it behind me and stuff. Um, but which I didn't get like super far with that, but then again, I was only starting to do that this yesterday. I do feel a little bit behind compared to some other students because a lot of them are already going into the deep end of the pool and getting started and getting comfortable with that. And I'm not quite there yet, admittedly, but I'm glad that I didn't though, because like I do feel like I am making some progress, and I'm glad that I just kept on trying. And the teacher and the TA in there, they've both appreciated my efforts and stuff and think that I'm doing a good job. So I'm pretty glad about that. Um, and I'm just excited just to kind of see how much further I get. I'm a little bit nervous. One of the funny things though, actually, with this class is like I feel like every day, like when I'm going into it, I'm like I feel super nervous and stuff. But then like once I'm in the water for like I don't know, like 5-10 minutes or something, and then I'm just like doing this stuff, like I do feel a little bit nervous, but I've actually just come to feel a little bit like more comfortable. And then I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty fun and stuff. And then like, and I'm just really focused on doing, what I'm supposed to try to be learning. And then after the class ends, I'm like, dang, that was actually really fun. And then I go take a shower. And then I go to work and proceed on with the rest of my day and stuff. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny actually. Um, but yeah, I'm actually gonna have a little bit of a snack here. Some more of my trail mix here. Because I forgot to. Well, I say yeah, because I accidentally slept in and stuff, and breakfast hours already done, close at like 9:30. So yeah. In terms of like Minecraft stuff, um, let's see. Well, I've done some more speedrun practice, not a ton on the proper speedrunning version, but I've done some throughout this last month or two. And also I've done like a bunch of modern version runs. Um, I've done some more PvP. I haven't really like improved a ton, but it's been fun doing that. Um, what else? I don't know. Just say right off again. I don't really have very much longer, so I'm probably gonna get it off in a few minutes. Um, but yeah, probably more things I could say, but I don't need to go into right now. I did actually pre-order Minecraft Dungeons 2, so I'll be getting that later this year when it comes out. So it'll be pretty fun to play, see what that's like, see how different it is from the first game. I quite liked the first, like the original Minecraft Dungeons game, although it did get a little bit repetitive sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but I still thought it was pretty cool. Um, but besides the gaming things or the class stuff or whatever, um, I haven't really done like a ton of like that sounds not very interesting to say this, but like I haven't really done like a ton of like writing or like reading or whatever for the last like kind of while, to be honest. Um, but I guess now I'm thinking about it, when it came around to my birthday actually, and kind of throughout the last little like few weeks before that, I actually got a couple more vinyls. So that's pretty cool. And I'm not like playing that every single day and stuff, mind you, because like I don't know. Sometimes it's just like I don't want to bother my roommate and whatnot. I'm like putting on the music, but um, so there was actually this one time a good couple weeks ago, like earlier on this month I think it was, in which me and my brother went to some during one of my weekend home visits or something like that. Um, we actually went out to Malibu Jacks for a little while and did a few other things in that outing. Um, and that was pretty fun. And so like what was it? We went to Sonic first, and then we used some coupons, and then we went to Malibu Jacks, and then Half Price Books, and then we just came home because we were both tired by that point. Um, and then there was another time in which we just basically wanted to donate a whole bunch of books. Like me and my brother and my mom, we all just like cleared a bunch of books out and stuff. And then my mom wanted my brother to basically just drive us home up to Half Price Books. So then the two of us again went out and we went on over there and basically saw the books, and then we were able to educate a couple things there. So I actually now have the entire second Percy Jackson series, um, which was really cool. Since I've basically had that on my like list for forever, essentially, on like Amazon or whatever. So it's pretty cool to actually have it. And it didn't actually, it wasn't like too bad of a cost per book. It was only like $5 um, or so, so not too bad. Um, what else? On that second outing, um, we, well, we got stuff for Father's Day, which was pretty nice, and whatnot, and and then and then I also got for myself this like personality type um testing thing. It's just like some cards and like a little book or whatever. So like I can like share that with some people when I want to like get what their type is. I mean, that's it. It's not like the perfect thing, and I am obviously still much more leaning on like um, right, like doing official typing is much better in my opinion. Or at least I feel like than just like typing yourself. Kind of just taking from my experience. But but yeah. Um, and then yeah. So in terms of the vinyls I got, one of them was actually as a 3-in-1 collection I got for myself the first time we went out to Melbourne. The first time we went to Half Price Books earlier this month, mind you. Sorry. Um, and that was like a 3-in-1, like Frank Sinatra music collection one, so that was pretty cool. Well, in terms of the gifts I actually got, and it's like some of the stuff for my own birthday and whatnot. So I got um, a new fedora. I got a white one. I got some new headphones. I got a new mouse and like basically mouse pad. Um, I got what else did I get? A few random little Minecraft things that I have at home. Um, and uh, I'm forgetting something. Um, and then from a few different people, I got some like gift card money, or whatever. Essentially, it was actually for a DoorDash thing, and I ended up using that. What was it like around my time? I don't think it was. I think it was like the last time I was home, which was like a week. Actually, no, like 2 weeks ago or something. I can't remember exactly, but something like that. I actually ended up using it between me and my brother. Um, I mean, normally for that kind of stuff, I just do it for myself, but I thought that'd be a pretty nice thing to build just like share and give them a little treat and stuff. And there was one time when my parents were going out for pretty much the whole day. So I just thought, yeah, it'd be a pretty nice thing. And I got both of us some Fazoli's, but I let him pick out what he wanted first, actually. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Other gift things though. Um, I want to say there's a few things, but I'm trying to remember what they were. I mean, I know I did recently get like the new backpack, but that was not a gift. That was just a thing I got earlier on in like May, I think it was. And and then I also had one of my friends actually, who will be unfortunately leaving campus in a couple of days because she'll be going back home for the rest of the summer. Um, she actually came over. I invited her to my house so she was able to see it for the first time and whatnot. So that was pretty cool. Um, and then the last thing I'll kind of say here is that also with that particular friend in question, I've actually started trying to teach her some Minecraft stuff, um, which has been pretty fun. I've liked it, and I'm curious to see how much further we'll get. I mean, she only has like a few days left, really. Um, so probably not like super far. But she's always learned like a decent number of stuff, and it's been pretty fun playing with her. And I actually got to show her a survival world that I've made when I was in Minecraft and when I was in Sydney. So that was pretty fun. But anyways, I'm sure there's probably more stuff I could say, but I really need to get off of here, really get going. But thanks for watching this, if anyone did. And to those who did and stuff, if you like this, if you enjoyed it or whatever, if you want to see more content on this channel, feel free to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all the good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video, I suppose. Bye-bye.